Hey guys, and welcome to Talk About It Thursday. I'm Bree, and we're going to be talking about armpit hair today. So, Talk About It Thursday is really just about self-discovery and things that I kind of come across and learned throughout my self-awareness journey that I've kind of been on for basically my whole life. I've really been taking it seriously for the past 3 years. One of the things that I did to kind of learn how to accept myself was grow armpit hair. And I know this is kind of one that's kind of out there, and I guess it does kind of fit in with the whole movement that's going on today, which is empowering women in our bodies. It's a very powerful movement, but that's not why I did it. So one day this is 3 years ago, like I said, this is summertime, maybe wintertime. I don't even know when I made the decision. I just remember what I was thinking. And what I was thinking was, I don't even know what my body looks like with hair under my armpit. I started shaving before I even had armpit hair. So I did not even accept that part of my body because I've never had the chance to. So I said, I'm gonna grow armpit hair, and it was so embarrassing. So I grew my armpit hair out, and I remember walking outside for the first time without shaving, and I had I don't know if it was a tank top or a dress, but I remember feeling embarrassed. I remember feeling ashamed. And I knew that I was moving in the right direction to self-awareness and self-acceptance, really self-acceptance, because I realized I should never be ashamed of what my body can create. My body is creating this hair for me. So as soon as I started getting the little nerve bead sweats from walking outside in public with my hair, I realized this is definitely the right step, because I need to learn this part of me and love this part of me. And when I love this part of me, when I can accept this part of me, then I will shave. Fast forward 3 years, I have not shaved my armpits in 3 years. I have maybe once or twice just kind of to get the feel. And let me tell you the differences between having armpit hair and not having armpit hair, because there is a difference. So having armpit hair, and I know I can see some of you guys going ew, or whatever, and that's something I will cover during this video on how I had to accept that from some people, and that's just how they see it, and that's okay. But so having armpit hair has, like I said, helped me accept myself for who I am. I'm gonna actually start with no armpit hair, because I recently shaved my armpits, which was 3 days ago, because I decided this summer I'm gonna go hairless. I'm not gonna have any hair on my armpits this summer. But now that they're shaved, I don't know, because it just feels weird to me now. So I shaved my armpits 3 days ago, and there's no hair there, so when I sweat, I feel the sweat is going all over my arm. It's just everywhere. It's just in my shirt, in my arm. It's gross because I'm just wet everywhere. I do, however, feel more comfortable when I go in public and I'm showing my armpits. I feel I fit in. I'm not different from everybody. There's a certain kind of comfort. It's socially acceptable for your armpits to be shaved. Something else I don't necessarily like about my armpits being shaved is that they itch when I shave them. So I'll shave them and then the next day they're itchy. I don't like that. Or the razor bumps I'll get sometimes. I don't like it. I was actually thinking that if I were to go hairless under my armpits, I would have to get laser or something, because I don't like the idea of consistently having to buy products, spend my money on shaving cream, on shavers and razors, and having to do this every single day. That's just too much of a hassle. I'm just not into it. Having armpit hair is so much easier. You just freaking grow your hair out. All the water is in one spot. It doesn't move around. It's just not like a big bush like people think. Some people may. I didn't have that. Mine was a bit more not thin, but it wasn't as a wad, a ball. And I'll put a picture on so you guys can see it. I wore deodorant normal. I don't use any deodorant with aluminum. I use a Salt Rock, and you'll find those at a health store somewhere. My smell was pretty neutral. If I did have an odor, my grandma would probably call me out as soon as she smelled or had a sniff of something. But never did I ever have a really big odor problem. You save money because you're not buying products to shave, and people accept you for who you are, and you learn to accept yourself for who you are. Some things that I did have to face though were other people's criticism, and not necessarily by their words, but by their looks. Because of course, when you lift your hand or you clap or you do something, and I'm very like flamboyant with my expressions, so of course my hands are always moving everywhere, and when I see people look and stare or kind of give me a snark face, it was kind of like, ooh, like I had to accept that. Even my little cousins are like, oh my gosh, that's growing hairs for men, like you kind of have like a bit more of like a masculinity kind of thing, I guess, portrayal, where it's not really. For me, it wasn't really a masculinity portrayal. For me, it was just accepting myself for who I was. So I really wasn't taking like a feminist stance or a masculine stance. It was just something that I did, and yeah, I learned a lot from it. I did when I had the armpit hair and I would go for job interviews and it was summertime, I'd wear a dress and I would feel a little uncomfortable because I didn't know how like my employer would, if they saw my hair, I didn't know if they would like judge me for it. So a lot of times I just would keep my hands down, so they wouldn't see it, because I feel like it is a stigma with women with armpit hair. So I wouldn't let them see the armpit hair, but it was never an issue. Like I've been employed the whole time. Still have my same friends. My family still loves me. My sister still gives me hugs. My mom, she'll make fun of me once in a while, but I've accepted it. Now at this point in age, now at this day and age, I feel like I might shave my armpits. But like I said, if I'm gonna shave my armpits, I might as well just do laser, because I don't want to continue shaving. It's not that I dislike not having hair. It's not that I really love having hair. It's just I don't like the hassle. I'm kind of one that just likes the easier daily morning wake up routine. The aesthetic of not having hair is kind of nice. I like the way women look without hair. When I see women with hair, I still think it's weird. Like, I'm so not used to seeing other women with hair, so I still think it's a little strange. I like the aesthetic of women without armpit hair. But personally, I love both ways. Like, I love like the women that are able to grow their armpit hair and like embrace it and keep themselves clean and love their bodies for what it is able to produce. It's awesome. Women that shave their hair, that's awesome too. Like, it's not a big thing. It's just something that I wanted to share my experience. Personal life, I started dating this guy and I'm like, he hasn't seen my armpit hair yet. And I don't know if I should like tell him or if I should just like shave it and then ask him how he feels about it. But then I realized, I don't know if I feel like one has to really decide how important it is to them, because if I want to say this without like making let me word this correctly. Like I said, I don't mind having no armpit hair and I don't mind having armpit hair. What I do not agree with though is when women have to change themselves to please other people or to please one person, especially when it comes to their partner, their significant other. I don't agree with like, let me shave my armpit hair so that my partner can accept me for who I am. I feel like a true partner should be able to embrace you and your journey and everything that you're going on and really love you and take care of you and be by your side. Not to take care of you, but really love you or be in your life because of the person that you are, because of the heart that you have, because of your personality. Those are the things that I find that are like more valuable and part of like a quality relationship rather than like more of an appearance. But like I totally agree with like maybe if your partner feels embarrassed maybe because they're not as comfortable with themselves, like maybe you guys having a conversation about it. Like it's everyone's personal like preference and like journey. But like I said, I simply am just sharing this story so you guys can hear my story. So, but that is a factor that played into like when I started dating people, I kind of felt like, are they gonna accept me for this or not? Like it's something that I really had to, it wasn't something I would say struggle with, but it is something that like crossed my mind like during that whole phase. So, yeah, so it's really cool. Thanks for watching. I have nothing else to like really share, but if you have questions about it or if you plan on like growing your armpit hair or maybe you plan on shaving it after not shaving it for a long time, you know, share your experiences. What this is all about. It's just about self-love and self-acceptance and like being aware of yourself and like, you know, just the journey. This is one piece that I like forced myself to do to get myself out of my comfort zone and like take one step to embrace myself a little bit more. And that's why I decided to share this story with you. So thank you for watching and stay tuned and we'll see you next week on Talk About It Thursday.